Hi everyone, I'm Debbie Fry. I'm here at Mary Mother of God Church, and this is your first communion rehearsal video. The video you are about to see is the video that we recorded last year, and it's almost completely the same. There are a few changes. One of those, as you know, is that masks are now optional inside the church. You are not required to wear a mask if you come. So you certainly can wear a mask if you choose. That's your choice, and that will be respected. But if you choose not to wear a mask, that's okay too. And you'll also see me during the video, and I'm going to jump in at different times and show you a few things that have changed since last year. Now, this is one of the things that has changed since last year. Last year, I would have shown you how to take your mask off before you receive communion. But again, because masks are optional, I'm not going to include that. I'm going to show you instead what I need you to do when you receive your first Holy Communion. And I want you to remember 3 letters. The letters are P, B, H. Okay, and for P means to pray. So as you approach the altar, and you're going to have your hands soft like this as praying hands. Then when it's time to receive communion, before you do anything, before Father says the body of Christ, you bow. That's the B. So you're going to bow. And then the H stands for hands. And your hands are going to come straight out in front of you like this. And then you're going to bring Jesus in close like this, and you're going to place the host on your tongue. So those are the 3 letters I need you to remember. P, B, H. Pray, bow, and hands. And that's a really good thing for you to practice in preparation for your first Holy Communion. And moms and dads, if you want to practice with your child, I found that a really good thing you can use is like a Ritz cracker, because that's about the right size, and that you can actually practice placing the host on the child's hand and have them practice receiving it. And again, just remember, P, B, H. Boys and girls, it's me, Debbie Fry, here at Mary Mother of God, and this video is your first communion rehearsal. This is when we're going to get to show you exactly what you can expect on your first communion day. I'm here with my friend Anya, and Anya has been going to communion for, 4 years now?
4 or 5.
I think 4 or 5, so she's a pro. So watch Anya, she's going to show you what you're going to be doing on your first communion day. So we are ready to go, so come on, let's go into the church. Okay, so Anya and I are here, and now we're inside the church. And the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to check in. We're going to have a volunteer who's here at the table, and she's going to check everybody in. Her job is to make sure that we don't go over the maximum number of people in the church at a time. So it's very important that you check in, okay? And this is Linda. She's a friend of mine, and she is going to be one of our volunteers. So, hi Linda, this is Anya, and she's here to make her first communion.
Hi, Anya, and what's your last name? That starts with a B, so now just let me go over there. And how many are you today?
We're 2.
Just the 2 of you. Perfect. I'm checking you off. You are good to go in and see the usher, and the usher will seat you.
Thank you. And then you're going to be greeted by someone that's called an usher. This is my friend Mario. Come on over. I don't know if you're on camera, Mario. There you go. This is Mario. He's one of our ushers. He's going to be helping out at First Communion. So Mario is going to show us to our seat. Hi, Mario.
Hello.
And this is Anya. She's here for her first communion.
Anya. Congratulations.
Great. And we're going to take us to our seat. And before you take your seat, there's one more thing I need you to remember that's very important, and that is that you stay on the end of the pew, okay? So your family goes into the pew first, and you sit on the end. So now Anya and I are going to demonstrate. I'm going to pretend to be Anya's mom. And as such, I'm going to go first and she's going to sit on the end. Now we're going to show you exactly what you do when it's time to go forward to receive your first Holy Communion. Again, you're on the end because you go first for your family. And the usher, Mario, is going to come in and signal you and let you know that it's time. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk right up in front of Father and stop. And your family members are going to come to either side of you. So I'm going to go to this side of Anya, but Anya goes first. And at this point, I want you to remember 3 letters. B, M, H. B means bow, because we always bow before we receive the Eucharist. It's another sign of respect, another acknowledgement that yes, this is Jesus himself in front of us. So the first thing you're going to do is bow. Then you're going to lower your mask, which is the M. And then you're going to extend your hands, which is the H. And we're going to show you how to do it. When it's time to lower your mask, don't try to take it off. Don't try to hang it from one ear. Just from the strings, just put it underneath your chin. Okay? And then extend your hands like this, okay? And here's one thing I want you to think about when you're extending your hands. I want you to think about Bethlehem. And I want you to think about Mother Mary holding the baby Jesus and her putting the baby Jesus in the manger, right? She must have been so gentle and so careful with him. Well, I want you to think about your hands as a little manger, okay? And you're holding him too. And that's what I want you to think about when you're holding him. I want you to remember that your dominant hand, which is the hand that you write with, is the one that goes on the bottom. Because that hand has a very important job. That hand has to carry the host from here to your tongue, okay? So it's your dominant hand. Now, I'm left-handed. Most people are right-handed. I'm left-handed. So my left hand goes on the bottom. And then Father's going to place the host on your hand. And then with your dominant hand, you're going to take it and place it on your tongue, okay? So now Anya's going to demonstrate that a couple of times with Father Nishil, who's here with us, helping us rehearse. And Anya's going to show you how it's done. Remember, B-M-H, bow, mask, hands, okay? There you go, you did it perfectly. And then the rest of your family will go next. So I'm going to bow, lower my mask, and extend my hands. Once everyone in your family has gone to communion, then the usher will show you back to your seat, and then the next family will come forward, okay? Now this is a really important part of your first communion day. After you receive your first Holy Communion and you go back to your pew with your family, you're going to kneel down and you're going to pray. And this prayer, boys and girls, is one of the most important prayers you will ever pray in your whole life. Because the moment after you receive Holy Communion, this is the closest you have ever been to Jesus in your whole life. So now is the time to say to him whatever you want to say, to ask him whatever you want to ask him. Think about it. What will you want to say at that moment? What will you want to tell him? Is there something special you want to ask him for? This is the moment during this prayer right here.